It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Talking Rocks Cavern. Explore the beauty above and below ground at Talking Rocks Cavern. The Springfield-Greene County Park Board reminding you to go play, and Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey, Thursday it is. We made it to Thursday, making our progress through the week. A lot going on this week, probably for you as well. So thanks for taking some time to catch up on the news with us. Let's do it.
Here we go. A Springfield man is in jail after leading Greene County deputies on a chase this week. The 45-year-old man is accused of driving drunk while fleeing authorities. He's also accused of kidnapping a passenger who was in his car who was trying to get him to stop. He was driving 90 miles per hour through town, but fortunately no one was hurt. A citizen arrest of sorts in Purdy. A would-be burglar was detained by neighbors until police arrived after the man attempted to break into a home for a second time. Officers say the man from Mexico broke into a house around 3:40 in the morning in mid-September. He attacked a woman who was sleeping in her bedroom, smothering her until she passed out. Then he sexually assaulted her. That man is in jail without bond, facing a host of very serious charges. And hats off to the people of Purdy who, again, held him until police arrived.
Yeah, no kidding. Because he could have gotten away again. Who knows what would have happened the next time? Man, that's good for them, is right. But that's just horrific. The Springfield School Board decided to delay a vote on adding gender identity and sexual orientation to its policy regarding free lunches for students. The 4-3 vote came after Missouri's Attorney General sent the school board a letter informing them or urging them to ignore the incorrect guidance, he said, from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which is requiring that language in order to pay for student lunches of kids in the free and reduced lunch program. So there's a standoff currently. It looks like there might be some legal stuff happening by the state. Stay tuned. We'll see. Now, former alderman in Willard is charged with felony wire fraud and identity theft from his time when he worked at Prime Trucking. Corey Hendrickson, who spent 6 years as mayor in Willard, was charged this week, the same day that he suddenly resigned from the Willard Board of Aldermen without stating a reason at the time. He is now accused of embezzling nearly $300,000 from Prime from 2016 to 2021.
Wow. All right. A little movement on the controversial plan for the property that sits at the corner of Sunshine and National, right across from Mercy Hospital, just catty corner. We now know that the newest design will go before the Springfield Planning and Zoning Commission again on December 14th. A developer is hoping to get that rezoned from residential to retail. The developer says his team has addressed changes to the project, including concessions for the University Heights neighborhood, who has been opposed to any development coming in there. Many residents have been fighting it. And if it does get rezoned, it would be an apartment and retail district. So apartments on top, retail and restaurants on the ground floor. But we'll know more on December 14th.
Yeah, they made some changes. It won't be as tall as it was going to be. I think it was going to be 6 stories originally. I think they've lowered that. They've added some trees that they think would be a buffer, but residents, many of them, still don't want it there. Not in my backyard. Kansas City Chiefs player who was arrested a couple of days ago, we told you about that, is now back at practice. Wide receiver Justin Ross bonded out of jail after being arrested for 2 misdemeanors. Domestic battery and property damage. Head coach Andy Reid says Ross is practicing as he can, and the team is continuing to gather information on the case, and we'll go from there. Ross is due back in court on December 4th. And this is interesting. A new Missouri law makes sure that the state pays for a highway or memorial to go up when it's honoring a public servant who's fallen. Until now, the family of the fallen had to foot that bill, if you can imagine. This was brought to light in 2021 when Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz of Wentzville was one of the 13 U.S. service members killed in a suicide bombing at the Kabul airport as the U.S. was very quickly leaving Afghanistan. He was honored with a memorial sign on Interstate 70 in Missouri, yet his family was then billed for that sign. So Governor Parson signed into law a bill in Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz's name, as well as another service member's name, that now says from now on, be it a soldier, a police officer, or firefighter, the state will pay for any public memorial signs or fixtures.
Yeah.
So
It was pretty unbelievable. So I read a really long article on that, and it sounded almost like an oversight, like they didn't really
yeah,
know, that was happening. So,
right.
um,
Yeah.
but fortunately, that's corrected because I can't fathom that well. So, all right. Springfield Community Gardens is getting $500,000 in grant money. That's exciting. The funding is for educating and empowering underserved urban and rural Greene County communities through sustainable organic food production. That is a mouthful, but essentially, they provide a lot of food to a lot
Healthy
of
food.
people who need healthy food. Yeah, Springfield Community Gardens was chosen because of its ability to problem solve. They have 16 community gardens in Springfield, and they have donated 2 million pounds of produce to the community. That's incredible.
Very cool. Yeah, good for
Very,
them.
very cool. So, yep, big federal grant. A Springfield judge is getting another chance at the Missouri Supreme Court. You might remember us telling you about Ginger Gooch. Well, she is once again among the top 3 candidates for the position. Michael Gardner and John Torbitsky are also vying for that vacancy due to a retirement. Pretty cool. Go Ginger go. All right. Springfield engineering firm Boss is taking over a Joplin flooring company. Jared Hogan, who's the CEO of Own Inc., has now purchased Joplin Floor Designs Inc. So congratulations to him and his family.
We told you about a little bit of a shakeup in the high school sports scene. On the high school sports scene, Hillcrest, we can tell you, is now the latest school to join the brand new Ozark Mountain Conference. Hillcrest is also the last team to join before the conference starts in the 2024-25 school year. So the Ozark Mountain Conference now includes Bolivar, Branson, Marshfield, Hillcrest, Carl Junction, Logan Rogersville, and West Plains. So that's interesting how one of those schools from the Springfield School District is now a part of this. So,
Yeah. It'll
and
be a
it's
haul for some of those ball games.
yeah, well, it's kind of like mirroring the college conference landscape, where you got the
I
Big
thought that.
Ten with teams all over the country in it. I mean, I don't like
The
that at
Big
all because
12 now has, I'm in the Big 12, and I think
like
we now have like West Virginia, right? Not new, but in the last few years.
yeah, you got like eight schools in there, 4 schools now. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
the conferences are changing. I don't think it's good for college sports, but it's not about what's good for college sports. It's about what's going to make money. So
Right.
the Big Ten really had a pretty good handle on this to begin with. They set out with the Big Ten Network, which they have, which makes it's TV money. So they set out to get big markets, big TV markets. So they got Rutgers, which is New Jersey, I think, the New York market, basically. They went after other places that, like the state of Nebraska, the whole state is going to watch, and now out west even further. So it's tough to be a fan and go watch games and have rivalries that you used to have, like in the Big
Right.
Ten, Illinois, Indiana, and in the Big 8, Big 12, Missouri, Kansas, and all that stuff. It's those are fewer and further in between.
Yeah. Makes me sad.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's all right.
But it changes
Okay.
all the time. I'm an old
Yeah.
fogey who doesn't like change. It's pretty much true.
I typically do, but because I'm an adventurer. I'm a young fogey, I guess. What does that make me? A young fogey? I don't know. No, an adventurer fogey. Anyway, we're both fogies nonetheless.
Where are you going with this?
No,
I've
it's
never
not
heard fogey said
nostalgia.
so many times in 1 minute.
It's not just the nostalgia that makes me sad about it, is what I'm saying. I just don't want to drive to West Virginia and watch a ball game. That's all.
I don't even
You
know
know?
what a fogey is. What's a fogey?
I don't know. I'm tired. Okay.
You got a long day ahead of you.
I
Tell you
know.
that
Have a
much.
great Thursday, everybody. We're
Yeah,
so
have a
glad you're
good
here.
Thursday.
I
Hey,
shouldn't have said I'm
just
tired. I feel bad now.
we've been talking about rain coming all week.
I'm going to encourage you and wake you up.
I think today is the
Um,
day that the rain actually comes. So you might want to check with Abby's wake up weather forecast to
yeah,
find
you
out how
think
much
so?
rain.
Because we've been saying it for 2 days and we've been wrong.
Well, there's been a
So,
chance. It's been an increasing chance throughout the
so you're
week,
saying there's a chance.
and it's like an 80% chance today. So it may be raining as you are watching this,
All
depending on
right.
when you watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Have a good day.
See you later.
See you guys.